but you're better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama. I want the Chanel and I got your back. Promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you.
The frozen tundra in all its glory. You look inside of Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. That's Ryan Fitzgerald. He will start this one. And off we go on a snow day at Lambeau. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I've got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. No matter where that ball is snapped, that's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. I like this. Right out of the gate, finding ways to get the running backs involved early in the passing game. What that does throughout the rest of the game, Mike, is those linebackers, their drops don't get quite as deep. Those secondary defenders don't get quite as deep. So you know what it opens up down the road? Big-time shots downfield. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
Set. Ready.
Back to throw is Love. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage. He's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Ready. Set.
To throw is Love. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here we go. Hut.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And they've got the field and caught. And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there. The fake works, big yardage, and the first down.
They pulled out all the stops on that fake, Mike, and it's one thing to call that in practice. But then to have the guts to call that and execute it in a real game, I mean, that takes some real confidence, and it worked out to perfection, and just an incredible play all around.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, hut, hut.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I'm not sure if there is anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you when they find a way to take advantage. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time, and they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the 1st overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its up.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Devontae Wyatt in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up. And
they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
Well, judging on how both these offenses have started, it seems like points in this one may be hard to come by. Both teams are doing a great job controlling the line of scrimmage. And
the pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. So that'll do it for a fast-moving 1st quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. They'll begin 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Love to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And bring up second down.
Set. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. He couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here we go.
On fourth down, Love. That is incomplete. We couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. The Panthers offense about ready to get going. Their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10.
Smith red. Smith red.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Out of a shotgun, Young was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
From the gun, it's Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
So after being unable to pick up the first down on third down, now they have a decision to make. And, Mike, I think we're seeing this play out all across the league. When you cross midfield, you really enter 4-down territory. I think this is a great opportunity to take advantage of the field position, maintain possession, and see if you can get a fresh set of downs.
Down. Blue 32. Ready?
Love to throw it on 1st down. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Let's go. Yellow, ready.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's complete to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
brings up second.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down.
Here we go.
Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Oh, bad decision there. Off his back foot, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Panthers. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. They'll return this from the 11. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Come on, set. 33, yellow. Hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
The second down throw is incomplete. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10.
Black 40. 62 blaster.
Here's Love to throw. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down.
Ready.
And the Packers, first down.
Set, hut.
1st and 10.
Black,
at the
95.
50-yard line.
Hut.
Love. The left side, he finds Kirk.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Set, ready. 50, green. Ready.
Second down throw for Love. That one knocked away. That's incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They've turned it over